Welcome back, everybody. Professor Mike, Coach T, graced by Roundhay Leeds here in the UK. Still at it, mount attacks all week. Today's a real cool one. Powerful choke from a failed collar choke attempt. Going to take a technical mount, finish with a bow and arrow choke, knee in. Wow, lots going on. This is what it looks like. Go steady with your training partners on this one. It's very, very powerful choke. If I ask Coach T to lay down, please. Maybe we'll take an angle just here. This is pretty cool. Okay, so we've spoken all week around landing in the low mount, getting to the high mount, right? By now, if you've been following our videos, you've seen a few different ways, maybe attacking the neck, maybe just being systematic of getting to a high mount position. And we spoke yesterday when we looked at the technique that maybe it's not the first thing we want. Maybe the Americana yesterday wasn't actually what we wanted, but we can predict our opponent's reaction, and then we take advantage. Okay, so one of the great predictors in the mount is that any time I put my hand in my opponent's collar, they're going to be threatened by a collar choke. They're going to do something. And 9 times out of 10, when we place this hand in the collar, our opponent will bridge and look to Upa escape. Okay? You can predict it. They're going to do it. It's one of the first techniques you learn. All right, so don't try this again from a low mount position because I'm overreaching here and I'm giving him access to the power of his hips. If he Upa escapes well, he will beat me every time. Okay, if he moves his head this way, Upa escapes. Even if I post, he's still going to beat me. Okay, he can't fail because he's too technical. Done correctly, you will always win. But if we can get off the hips and look to a slightly high mount position, now this doesn't need to be so high. Again, like yesterday, because we're looking to transition, we don't want to be like stuck in the high mount. We want to be somewhere in the middle. So I'm going to be systematic again. I'm going to dominate the head position, look to create angles, come slightly higher. But I'm not so high, I'm looking for the S mount. I'm kind of a bit lower down, all right, around my opponent's chest. Put a lot of pressure on his diaphragm, making it hard for him to breathe. From here, I'm going to go underneath, open the gi with my left hand, look to feed through to a collar choke. All right, I get my grip. What's my opponent going to do? All right, he's going to look to Upa escape. I'm going to let him think he can. As the Upa escapes up, I'm going to sit, come through, technical mount. Okay, a couple of things that's going to happen here. Either the elbow gets left on the outside. Now, the reason his elbow's on the outside is because Coach T knows what he's doing. If his elbow's here, he gives me the back. So he wants to keep his elbow on this side to maintain me in the mount. Worst case scenario from here, if you're not comfortable, you can always retreat. All right, try again, no problem. You've lost nothing. All right, very easy to deal with though. Come through, position. He goes to Upa escape, I'm ready for it. Step, technical mount. Note my knee comes to the head. I step up on my far leg. It's pushed into the corner of his hip, where his belt meets his hip. To beat this now, very simple. Just come through. Okay, even if he holds that super firm there, there's nothing he can do really to beat me doing that. The nice thing about this position is I've maintained the hand in the collar. This will give me a hand to get a perfectly deep choke from here. So I come through to here, technical mount, slide my hand back. I've got a nice opening for a choke. Come underneath, past the gi, as deep as I can to my other hand. There's options to finish here. Maybe you're against someone stronger than you. Maybe you want a more powerful finishing position. I'm going to loosen this off for Coach T. We've had accidents in the past. We don't want to have that today. All right, I've got my grip. Now, windscreen wiping my foot out to give me some base. Grab his far leg. I'm going to stand momentarily and bring my shin behind his head as I sit into a bow and arrow choke finish with the shin and my hip providing pressure and the choking hand staying set. One more time. Low mount. Can't be here, we know this. Okay, be systematic, however you do it. Coach T's being a good training partner, letting me come to the high mount. It's not so high, kind of somewhere in the middle. You need to feel this for yourself. Collar choke. I open the gi with one hand, slide this in. Now look, you say, Professor Mike, what if he's so tight here? You can always get this hand down to the bottom. because it's inside his gi, so don't worry. What can we predict? Is he going to sit there and let us do this? Fight's over. He's going to look to escape. As he hoopers up, step, knee comes high, shin parallel to his back, heel into my opponent's hip line or slightly higher. Pull open this gi, come underneath, switch. Now to my strangle hand. Options to finish here are numerous, but today I'm going to windscreen wipe on my leg for a bit of a kind of kickstand post. Come through to my opponent's far leg, stop him running away. Knee comes behind my opponent's head, sit through, and then I extend my hips and my shin, and there's the finish. Go steady with your partners. This is a very, very powerful finish. Gone from the mount through to technical mount, bow and arrow finish with the shin in. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.